The A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success to promote it, to just go.
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't, lil' bruh. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating, lil' daddy, LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me and love me. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Look at my VIP. Snack my. One brick, one miss. Rich took his chick out. We talking start like ball hype. Pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm a miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro, they tryna me. That's the wrong way, me back. Yeah, buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing cuffy, cause I can't name that guy but me, dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's a give for Wright. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's go.
From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And then pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. They go play action on 1st. And it's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Let's go now.
They run it from the gun with Wright. He cuts it right. Down the sideline into the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
1st down from the red zone. Catch is made in close.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Right. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Bass now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He'll cobble together a yard there. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's on the move, and that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hiking 18. Ready.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. Go.
Daniels from the pistol. That one's caught along the left sideline. He touched him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Head to 60. Head to 60.
From the red zone now. Into the hands of Conklin. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. We got maybe a yard there, so a long 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Let's go now.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Setting up the screen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Seibert's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a run with Wright. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 2nd down and 5. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. It is caught left side. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Wright running out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Buying some time right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Running right, here's Wright. And he's tackled for a short gain. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him.
Okay,
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Let's go.
Throwing from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Hauled in by Gray. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hey.
From the 38. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Hits his running back. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. Give him 24 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go, set. Go.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Finds him over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on 4th down. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Piniero's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They're going play action. That's completed right side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Buccaneers working here. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw now. Able to find Wright. He's still going at the 30. Down to the 10. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers grow their lead to 8. Bass now to kick this away. Brown with a return here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Daniels on first down. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. To throw, Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
That's caught. He found some space. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers lead by 15 now.
Commanders 6. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. Brown with a return here. Return's looking good so far. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
2. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Connects with Slayton. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Set up. Take go.
He'll throw it. He finds Slayton. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
One final shot before halftime. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bass now to kick this away. Brown with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Stephanie. Viking 18.
From the 32. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's Thomas. He's got it. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers push their lead further to start the half. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Buccaneers grow the lead now to 22 points.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. Brown with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play fake here. Daniels. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Let's go.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And they're all over him. He goes down. A flag goes down as well, though. Let's wait and see which side this is on. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Ready? Head to 60. Head to 60.
Daniels now. Gets it to him on the screen. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
70 Timberwolves. Ready?
On 1st down, here's Daniels. It's taken in by Sinnott. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Ready?
Out of the gun, Daniels. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here we go. Set. Go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Set up.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got it near the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Set.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Daniels back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here we go.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
2nd and 10 now. Fires right away, but incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
To the air, 3rd and long. Into traffic, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Commanders will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Come on, set.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work coming into the quarter trailing.
Commanders 12.
Hold the ready.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Set up. 70 range. 70 range. Ready.
Daniels on 1st down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Buccaneers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, Well, that backup better get ready.
Running behind center with right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Catch is made in close. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Buccaneers stretch the lead to 23.
Commanders 12. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Take go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
3rd and long for Daniels. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And his first effort, a tough one. It's going to come from the back of his own end zone. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go now.
Here's a give inside to right. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I'll talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Hand off, running left, right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Buccaneers close to extending their unbeaten streak to 6-0. Gotta figure out this third down here. Putting a receiver in motion. And the receiver's gonna take this one on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on fourth down. Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll make the lead 26 points.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jamel Dean makes the play. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now. Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners, as with that, we sign off from D.C.